JSE facing another day of lower markets. Global markets await to scrutinize the latest inflation data from the United States with an interest rate hike expected. Makwe Masilela is Chief Investment Officer and founder at Makwe Fund Managers, joining us now for the latest on the markets. Ntate Masilela, good morning to you. Your quick overview of how the markets have opened in early trade, especially after the U.S. inflation number coming out late yesterday.
Good morning to you. We managed to open down, and as we said, we were all worried about the inflation number coming out. But before that, we had the minutes coming out of the Fed, and those minutes are indicating that the Fed is determined to continue to increase interest rates, and also this escalation when it comes to the Russian-Ukraine war, as Russia has warned that should not, Ukraine be admitted into NATO, there's a possibility of the Third World War, and also this whole issue about the Bank of England being uncertain or not committing to help their markets. But the main thing is the markets looking ahead to the consumer inflation coming later today, so that can give us an indication of the interest rate path going forward. Yesterday we saw that their producer price numbers were more than expected, so that in a way cemented the case for another aggressive interest rate hike.
Let's talk about the rand. It continues to be volatile against major currencies. Simple question: are we chasing the 19 rand to the dollar mark?
Anything is possible if you are flirting with the 1830, 1835, depending what is going to happen with the CPI coming from the US today. Then that will see that the yields, the bond yields will continue to go up, firming, and as they do that, that will take the US dollar with them, and that interest rate differential between us and the US continues to be very critical. So now later in November, if the US increases interest rates aggressively and they continue to be very hawkish, then most probably the rand can easily touch 19. But we hope we don't get to that, because our Reserve Bank as well, they will have to play catch up and make sure that they increase interest rates, and also commodity prices are not helping out. Remember, the rand itself is very sensitive to commodity prices as they continue to go down, because people are worried about the recession. That also continues to have a negative impact when it comes to the South African currency.
Let's quickly talk company news. Greenrod publishing a trading update. How are their numbers looking?
Not too bad. Basically, the guys continue to increase volumes, all because of the minerals coming from the mining companies, and all because of them focusing on the customer solutions. We see the Maputo port, the volumes increased by 23%. We look at their dry bulk terminals, volumes increased by 47%, and all because the guys have been more focused. And the bank itself, we know that they sold it to African Bank for 1.5 billion. That transaction should be effective from the 1st of November. And also we know that Remgro continues to unbundle their 25% stake that they own in Greenrod.
Let's conclude with Karu, which also posted its second quarter and half year to the 2023 financial year results. Talk us through the service offering there and how they have fared in the periods under review.
The guys continue to print money. As we know, they own 100% of CarTrack. We know people are using CarTrack, and the demand has been coming from large and small business enterprises who are trying to transform their businesses in order for them to continue to be more competitive going forward. But we've seen the subscriber numbers rising by 14%, and we've seen that the demand that we've seen in the first quarter, especially in Southeast Asia, continued into the second quarter. South African trading conditions continue to normalize, as there's been an uptake when it comes to their platforms, and as it is now, the total group revenue expected to go up by 30%, subscription revenue up by 17%, and their earnings per share to go up by 28%.
Makwe Masilela, thank you very much for that markets update.